Okay, so part two. I showed my ass up in court. Bitch, I was looking so good. I was looking delicious. Okay? And when we got to court, I let me tell you how the first trial went. I didn't even have to take the stand. Okay? That's how the shit went. First of all, they let him get on the stand first, and I was very shocked when he got on the stand because this man had been actively stalking me with zest and vigor. And I was impressed. I was impressed. He was like, "Yes, Your Honor." He was like, "Yeah," and she's on an aircraft carrier, and he was just zoning out, just talking real passionate. He was like, "Yeah," and I don't even know what the fuck he was saying because it's not important. But what I do remember is that the judge had to stop him. Like, hold on a second. She was like, what's really the problem? She was like, "You ain't said shit about the child the whole time you've been talking." She was like, "The whole time you've been talking, all you've been talking about is the child's mother." She was like, "Leave that girl alone. She does not want to be with you." She was like, "You're stalking her." She said, "You are stalking this young lady." She said, "There's no reason if you guys are not together that you should know this much shit about her." She said, "Let the girl move on with her life and just take care of your child." Okay? And he was saying some shit, and the judge looked at me. She was like, "No, I got this, boo." She was like, "Listen here, buddy. This is ridiculous. Get over it. Move on. Find a hobby. Stop stalking her. Pay your child support. You cannot have the child." Whew. Boy, was he pissed. Okay. So after that, of course, we had everything worked out for visitation, child support, blah, blah, blah. It was supposed to be like half and half, like every other holidays, birthdays. Because I was active duty military, and because I'm a fair person, I'm a Libra moon. So, I'm fair. I let him have her on holidays or weekends that were not even his because I'm in the military. If I'm deployed, why am I gonna say no? She can go with you. Go ahead. I don't like you, but that's your child. That's your child. Go ahead. So, this motherfucker would barely show up. He would take her when it was convenient for him, i.e., his birthday. Any time where he wanted attention or to look good around other family. Like, when other family's going to be there for functions or some shit, that's the time that he would take her. Except for Christmas. He would never, Christmas time, not only would she not see him, it didn't matter whose year it was, he never sent her shit. Okay? Her other family, her uncle, her other family would send shit. He wouldn't send nothing. And did I forget to tell y'all, he was supposed to be paying child support. He paid for like the first couple months. I ain't even gonna hold you. He paid for the first few months. He didn't even make it to a full year of payments, I don't think. I don't even think so. The first year, he paid for a couple months, stopped. I had to, basically, it's like he wouldn't pay the child support to get me to talk to him. You feel me? So once I started realizing that that's what he was doing, I was like, fuck it. Keep your goddamn child support, bitch. I work. As long as you leave me the fuck alone. Because this motherfucker really acted like my baby mama. One time he actually said to me, he said, "Thank you." And I said, "For what?" He said, "For not being like all the other baby mamas." He was like, "You literally don't give me no problems." And I was like, "For what? I don't got time. I don't want you." That's the difference. I don't want you. Right? So once he decided, fuck this shit, I don't feel like paying motherfucking child support or whatever. I don't feel like being a dad. He didn't feel like being a dad from 2016 to 2019. He did not feel like being a dad. Right? I think he probably saw my daughter maybe three times during that time. I don't know. I guess life was hard. I figured he was going to do some shit or something. I don't know. I left him alone because it was peaceful for us. Little did I know that during that time, this man was working behind the scenes. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I had went away on an independent duty tour to Bahrain. And when I went away to Bahrain, you make good money when you overseas, baby. You make some good money. So, of course, he knew whenever I would go away. One time he videoed me and he asked me, I assumed in jest, if I would marry him. Because why the fuck Who you talking to? Who? I dead ass thought he was playing because we don't even talk. I don't even like you, bro. I don't even like you, bro. And you know I don't like you. You know, I never kept it a secret that I don't like the guy that I got my daughter from. I do not like him. He trapped me. He was a Mr. Right Now. He trapped me. Made my life hell. So when he said that shit, I thought he was playing. Because I knew we didn't like each other. I knew that. Okay. I started laughing. My bad, y'all. But the shit was funny. I started bust out laughing. I'm assuming that was a blow to his pride. I was like, hell no. I'm assuming that was another blow. And if I was not on his shit list before, that's what the fuck put. That did it. That'll do it right there. Oh, see? You see? That's how you know I'm talking some real shit, y'all. That put me on this nigga shit list. But anywho, as I was saying, can y'all see me? Yeah, I can't find my tripod right now. So anywho, so after that, when I was in bar, and I will not forget, during the time I did not know about certain things because this was before I even had a spiritual awakening. I was born intuitive and stuff like that. You know, I was naturally intuitive. So anytime he was about to start with some fuckery, I would always dream it. I would always dream it. But during that time, I started having like paranormal experiences. I started suffering from like sleep paralysis. I started having like nightmares and shit. This still didn't put two and two together. Little did I know this nigga done went to his Obeah man. This nigga done went to his Obeah man. He was like, sauce that bitch up. He said, sauce it up. I said, oh. My health started declining after that. And that's probably, now that I think about it, that's probably why he fucking disappeared after that, because, you feel me, no face, no case. I think I was supposed to die then, actually, because I actually came close to dying around that time, you know? But I didn't. Look at God. Won't he do it? And did. Right? I did not die. And I guess after the time, he was like, fuck, go check on this bitch. You know what I'm saying? So he was coming around and I was like, listen, if you are not going to step the fuck up in your child's life, you can leave us the fuck alone. You can leave us alone. Because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You can leave us alone. So I think that pissed him off too, guys, actually. Now that I think about it, I think that pissed him off too. Because he came like a bat out of motherfucking hell. But then, you know, also too, I had forgot that this nigga be stalking me on the internet and shit. I be forgetting. You know, I blocked him on everything. But, you know, like I said, he's a computer guy. You know, he made all these fake pages and shit. Still following me. Still on my nuts. And you got a bitch. That's crazy. Wow. But anyway, he was still stalking my profiles. And also, too, by then, him and his brother Samuel decided, hey, Dumb and Dumber, let's go in cahoots, right? Let's play good guy, bad guy. So Samuel decided to be good guy. So he would, you know, check in or whatever. And I'm assuming pass the messages to his brother, you know. Samuel was in charge of stalking me on Facebook. Andrew, he had Instagram and TikTok. And then all their minions, because these motherfuckers done sold their soul to the devil and they in some apostolic cult. I said it, yes. Them call it church, me call it cult. Right? So next thing I know, I'm out the military now, okay? And I got out the military. Amen. Health is shitty, so I have to get myself together. I'm at my lowest. I'm at my worst. Because he definitely tried to time it to attack me. First, spiritually, energetically, to try to lower my vibration, right? Lower my defenses, compromise my health and everything. That weakens you. That weakens you. Your defenses are not as strong. And then he tried to come in for the kill. Oh, also too, pause. Also, should mention during my last 2 years in the military also too, like I told you, I'm very psychic. I kept having these dreams that somebody kept putting rings on my finger. Somebody kept putting a ring on my finger, kept putting a ring on my finger, but they would just break. And I kept telling my mom, like, I think I'm gonna get married. Come to find out now, if you're spiritual, if you know about esoteric things, then you might know what I'm talking about. This motherfucker tried to marry me in the 5D so that he could basically take my gifts or whatever the fuck. So let me explain it to you guys. It's akin to, if you're married in the 3D, if you are married legally, what's his is hers and what's hers is his. All assets go to both. It's kind of like that is what he tried to do, basically. I don't know what the fuck he did, which doctor he went to, but you can only do things like that with dark magic because that's taking somebody's free will. And that's why every time I had that dream about the rings on my finger, it would break off. Because you cannot take somebody's free will like that. It's against spiritual law, bitch. It's against spiritual law. Right? And it also, too, like I said, I was having nightmares and things. I also kept on having these dreams, these sex dreams, right? But the person would hide their face. But as I started my spiritual journey, I had my spiritual awakening. I started controlling my energy and everything started becoming clearer and everything like that. My gifts started becoming better. I started to be able to see that person's face. He was astral projecting to me in my dreams and astral raping me. This nigga was really doing this shit. This motherfucker was astral projecting in his dreams, having sex with me in my dreams. And I started waking up from that shit. And the last time that happened, he was so shocked because I saw him and I stopped it in the dream. That motherfucker cannot come in my dreams and astral rape me anymore. What you guys have to understand, anything that happens on earth happens above earth first, right? It has to come down. It has to travel from the 5D to the 3D, okay? So he basically was trying to do sex magic on me because your sexual energy is some of the most powerful energy that you can have. And also, too, the motherfucker's a pervert and he can never get this pussy in real life ever again. You really have to be a sick person to do the kind of things that this man thought that he was doing behind closed doors that nobody knew about. God showed me the death ritual that he did with his brother and his bitch. Yeah, God showed me that. God showed me when you did that blood sacrifice, when you cut your hand, right? Oh, the devil gonna get it back in blood, bitch. Trust. Just not mine. Just not mine. Just not mine. Yours. Yeah. God showed me everything. This man tried to sacrifice me so many times. He even got a legion of people together. This motherfucker started acting like he thought he was goddamn Drake going on world tour, bitch. You hear me? This motherfucker was on everybody and their mama's podcast talking about me, fucking trying to slander my name and ruin my character, but he was too bitch to actually say my name. Because you're lying. Because he knew it was all lies. And everything that he was saying that I did, it was not me. It was really him. It was really him. But he was going behind my back, talking to people who do not know me. And like the dummies that y'all are, instead of doing your research, you believed him as he painted a false narrative. A false narrative. Built on lies. Built on deception. Built on fraud. Okay? Tax fraud. Child support neglect. Perjury. Bank fraud. Because him and his brother doctored up some fucking note saying that they paid off the child support to me in private, and that is a lie. And I tried to tell the judge, but because he had paid off the judge, she wasn't trying to hear nothing I said. So I said, fuck all y'all. And I left. You got me fucked up. Anywho, so then he tried to drag on this court case because my daughter is about to be 14 years old. She has a mind of her own. She's very smart. Okay, she is actually quite gifted, and she tests on a senior in high school level, education-wise. So she knows us, huh? You know what I'm saying? Her mama ain't no fool either. So, like I told you, I didn't fuck with the dirtbag. I didn't fuck with the guy. But I would let her go see her dad. So he had bought her like a little tablet and shit. And she went with him one day. They got into it. He took her tablet or some shit like that. I called. He wanted me to like kiss his ass and suck his dick to get the shit back. Fuck you and your tablet. Bitch, you can keep it. So that didn't work. That plan didn't work. So instead he wanted to raise hell, show his ass, right? And my daughter, she was like, every time I go with him, I really don't be feeling him like that. She was like, some of the things he says, I think he's racist. She was like, sometimes he'll say things that sound very racist. She was like, I'm not really comfortable being around him like that no more. You know what I'm saying? And he pissed me off. I ain't fucking with him. I said, shit, okay. I said, all right, bet. Cool with me? Cool. Why? I'm not going to force nobody to be around nobody they don't like. I don't give a fuck who you are. Everybody got a right. Everybody got a choice. She don't want to be around that man. Okay, I said, fine. I said, let me know when you do. So I told him, I said, she ain't fucking with you right now. She ain't fucking with you. She not fucking with you. And I'm not going to make her. And because I wouldn't make her, because he tried to do that power pull, that didn't work. First, he tried to, pull the dad card on her and bully her because of his position of power. But she's my child. She ain't give a fuck. She said no. Then, when that didn't work, he tried to use the law to bully me. And that's the whole reason why he went and put himself on child support to begin with. So that anytime he felt as though he wasn't getting his way, he tried to threaten me with court and shit. So he tried to do that shit again. Right? Yes, he did. She said, I don't want to go with him. I said, okay. I told him, I said, she will not be going with you. This motherfucker went, filed the police report, pressed charges on me saying that I was obstructing the agreement or some shit like that. Like I'm holding her hostage or some shit. She about to be 14 years old. If she don't want to go with you, she ain't got to go. I don't give a fuck. That's how children end up resenting people. That's how children end up with issues. It's always a reason why a child does not want to go with somebody. You always listen to that. Always. Always. So anyway, we moved on with our life, ignoring this bitch ass nigga, of course, while he has just went on stalking me on social media. He started gang stalking me. He had his siblings stalking me. They was messaging me. He had random people I didn't even fucking know from his cult church messaging me, stalking me. All right. Videos popping up on Facebook of him going on podcasts, talking about me on YouTube, on podcasts, talking about me and shit, lying. But it's okay. I knew one day justice would be served. I just kept grinding and focused on the health and well-being of myself and my child because I had to heal. I've been through a lot these past few years. Everybody named Mama done tried to sabotage me, and all of a sudden now that black magic is the new rage, everybody named Mama want to test out their magician skills on me. That's why none of y'all got magic now. All right? You abuse it, you lose it, bitch. Period. So, as I'm trying to get my life together and stuff, because he has nothing better to do with himself, and because his bitch has nothing better to do with herself, and because his brother and his cult, they have nothing better to do with themselves, and Misery Loves Company, they wanted to try to gang stalk me. They wanted to try to bully me spiritually. They wanted to try to spiritually attack me, throw all kinds of black magic towards me, and all kinds of stuff. And it's so much shit that this motherfucker done did that he think that I don't know, that God has shown me. Well, I'm not going to say everything. We're going to save it for later. I'm just telling you the biggest stuff right now. Now on to part 3.